It's so weird being in a car in bucket seats and racing harnesses with like climate control and
with like a full dash in it, right? Yeah, everything looks very race car except for the fact that it has a full dash. It still says oil level error, so I'm not sure what the
Oh, even with the oil level sender?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Do we have the dipstick on there to check?
Yeah, it has a dipstick,
yeah, okay.
So.
Well, you know, race car problems.
Yep. Freshies.
Fresh with no heat.
Yeah.
And lovely cow mudded up road.
Yeah. Wow, these are stiff. Holy shit.
And they're set in the middle.
Yeah. I guess they really did want them set up for the track. They're stiff without being jarring, though. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, like it's it reminds me of the Magnetronic ride on the TT, where you put it in sport mode and it like stiffens up, but it still takes a bump.
Yeah, right. It's like a good stiff for if you're gonna drive it on the street occasionally.
Yeah. It's not just like boink off the springs.
Right. Yeah, like you ride around on the bump stops.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty impressive for just like OE brakes with rotor and pad upgrades. And I'm not even like getting into the ABS.
Yeah, that's really good bite on the brakes. You can really feel it differently in the front too.
Yeah, that's a really good pedal feel. I don't feel like I'm having to strain myself to get that much braking force. Like, honestly, ride's pretty nice.
I am really, I'm very surprised the ride quality is so good on the street. Like, I can see the bumps, and even, like, the rumbles when we were turning, it just sucks them all up.
Yeah, it handles, like, high-speed bumps really nice.
Yeah, that's putting the power down on corner exit is going to be the challenge.
Handles really nice. It's a good spot to do. Ooh. That's pretty good.
Well done, Hawk. And that's a free one.
Yeah.
Sponsorship or not, well done, Hawk. Holy shit.
That's pretty good.
That's OEM brakes stopping like that.
I don't know. Like I'm not even really having to try that hard. I'm not even pushing down. And on a stock rotor size, stock caliper.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's not any crazy beefed up anything other than pad compound.
Yep. That's what happens when you get the right coefficient of friction between the rotors and the pads. You get a really nice stopping feel.
And another credit to these brakes, they're not squeaky or rattly, otherwise.
You get like a little bit of that from high metallic compound brakes, but not like the squealing.
Yeah. I'm
pretty impressed with how little squealing that these have.
Yeah, that sway bar and strut combo feels just right.
Yeah, it keeps it super planted. That is really nice.
Still has a backup camera in the race car.
Right. Listen, you don't always race cars. Sometimes you gotta hard park. You gotta be able to hard park nice and straight.
You gotta get that like 12 degree on the wheels.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
Yep.
Just a little bit, so they can see them brakes.
Yeah, that feels great.
Yeah. All in all, I'm pretty impressed with both the suspension and the brakes. They're really nice. So excited to see what it does on the track.
Should we check oil blow by or anything?
We should probably check that.
Is this supposed to sound like that?
What? Diesel-y?
Yeah.
Yeah, direct injection.
How do these look? Is it supposed to be more centered
Yeah, we'll get you all fit in.
later?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is kind of in the way.
So have you driven a turbo car before? Like,
Yeah.
often?
Jake had a Subaru that I used to drive. That's
Okay.
what I learned on
Okay.
a lot. Oh, brakes are nice.
Oh, the brakes are extraordinary. Like, I know that Hawk sponsored the car, but after
they're good.
After putting these brakes on the car, I would do this 1,000 times over.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
The front bite is perfect. The rear bite doesn't overpower it. I was even able to make it rotate with the brakes a little if I wanted to. It was awesome.
Turn right to Greenwich Road.
I'm so into the brakes. And they bite
guys.
so well.
Yeah. I was gonna say, when I stopped, I was like, oh, okay. This clutch is definitely something to get used to.
Yeah. And the turn signal doesn't reset itself.
Yeah.
I give it a little beans on this on-ramp.
Okay.
If we get any room. I
Give
guess
it
these trucks both
beans.
might be turning.
I've never heard that phrase.
You never heard give it the beans?
Give it the beans.
Give these guys, let them waft away for a little bit. Stay high here.
What, you want me to say in second?
Oh yeah. You gotta get used to driving at 4,000 to 6,000 too. I know it's so counterintuitive, but that's how you should be street driving in our whole trip here. Unless
Okay.
we're like on the highway at 70. But when we're on B roads, yeah, get
Okay.
used to 4,000 to 6,000 RPM.
Just don't want it to sound like I'm breaking it. Want to get in front of these guys?
Nothing like burning out in third gear.
Is that how it's gonna be every time?
Well, it's very cold right now. You got no heat in the tires, so some of that should, come back.
Oh, that's whew, that makes me a little nervous.
And then, well, when we're on track, we'll also be dialing in the suspension to be softer or harder depending on how it feels on track. That's what's cool about the adjustability on the H&R coilovers.
Right. That just made me nervous. Is like, I'm not used to all the power, and then all of a sudden spinning wheels. I'm just like, okay, I gotta lay off.
That's why you need to get used to driving at 4,000 to 6,000 RPM, because you're gonna end up, if you're in a NA car right now, you just sort of like mash it and it goes.
Right.
You're gonna have to like not just use 100% throttle all the time.
Right. Oh man.
Don't do it.
There's a car.
Okay. Gotta stay high. I could feel you going for it. You're like, that's too many RPMs.
Just not used to it. Compared to this one?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What?
God.
Edit that one out.
Yeah, those brakes, they scared me.
What are you doing?
What?
2,000 RPM in the twisties.
Ah.
Okay, all right. This is where our driving coaching starts.
Can I shift now?
You have to ask. It's too early.
So are you going to be riding with me for...
I will and I won't. So you'll have, in HPDE1, you're going to have a dedicated instructor from NASA.
Okay.
But you and I are going to do the shakedown rides together. And I'll show you, some apexes, some of the tips and tricks.
Right.
We'll also feel out the car. I also have no idea what it weighs, so we have to weigh it. So your seating position is good for driving.
Yeah.
You want to have a good drop in your elbow so that you can fully rotate.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I don't think I really want to go any farther forward because then I think I'll be eating my steering wheel.
Yeah. And it feels like you're getting to the clutch all the way.
Yeah.
I think you're probably
It's just
good.
a matter of adapting to it,
Yeah.
I think. Oh, fudge. Okay. That's fun. That's real fun. Can I shift?
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Right on that power band.
I don't see it pulled over though either.
Yeah, we are going 67, 45.
Just a little fast. But let us off easy. We're making a video.
How do you feel about the car?
It's good. It's just way faster than I'm used to. I don't know. That first like spinning the wheels makes me nervous just because, like, I mean, obviously it's what the course is going to teach me, but just like handling all the power.
5,000 RPM.
Okay. Through a town though?
45. Just don't speed.
I already am speeding. I wasn't at 5
Okay,
yet.
well there you go. Now you can shift. We just want you to get used to living up high. You know, 3,500
Living the
should
high
be about
life.
as low as you go.
Okay. 35 or 3.5?
Yeah. Because otherwise you'll be out of your power band.
Yeah.
And you'll have to get used to feathering the power with your right foot. We talked for a minute about mirrors too. When you look down your mirrors, do you see the side of the car?
Yeah. Should I not?
No. So, especially on track,
Like a smidge. I mean, that side more than this one.
you gotta imagine what you need to see. So, if there is a car driving in your blind spot, so right off your B pillar, that mirror won't catch them. So if you go to swerve over a lane, you're gonna miss them.
Right.
So you flare your mirrors out so that they're looking in your blind spots, and then anything that you're gonna see with the rear view of your car in the mirror, you're gonna see out of this mirror.
Right.
So expand your field of view by flaring your wing mirrors out.
Makes sense. Do most people race their own cars
Oh yeah.
as far as like,
Yeah,
but
that's
they're not like dailies.
Yeah, that's what's cool about NASA is they have a place that fits everybody. So if it's HPDE and you're just learning, let's say you're all the way through HPDE and you want to do time trials, just dyno the car and run it in whatever class it fits into. I mean, that's what we did with this. Look at the dyno. That tells us, okay, it's going to be in GT4, plus or minus 200 pounds. But we can find 200 pounds, you know what I mean? And that's the same as your regular daily.
Yeah. I'm just nervous because I just don't want to suck. I just want to do good.
It's all about learning.
I know.
Nobody is great at it their very first time out, you know?
True, but
I remember
got that competitive edge, you know?
I definitely understand that. No one is gonna get a Formula One contract their
What?
first time out.
That's what I was expecting.
The point is for it to be safe, and then for it to be fun, and then for it to be competitive. If we even get to step 3, I'll be unbelievably happy.
Start our own race team, ECS Racing.
Hey, yeah, we'll see.
That would actually be a lot of fun, though.
That would be a lot of fun.
Lincoln at me.
How'd that feel?
Still a little scary.
Felt like you controlled
Better.
it. You were ready
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
And what to expect.
Yeah, no, the first time it was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, I was a little more prepared that time. We're still in 4th.
Here we go. Good?
Yep.